Now let's talk about online business. Naku, usong-uso yan because of the pandemic. No? Everybody's into online business kasi everybody needs to have an extra income to survive. No? Especially kung marami nagkakasakit sa family, mayroong mga nawalan ng trabaho. Okay? This is also called e-business. It refers to any business that includes sharing of information, selling, promotion, purchase, or exchange of products and services across the internet and social media platforms or apps. It creates awareness of the products and services offered. It allows customers to transact in various ways: to inquire, to research, compare, negotiate, reserve, buy, pay, call, text, complain, etc. So you can do a lot of things, right? Payment transactions may be in cash or contactless. Ito yung tinatawag natin na e-wallet or bank transfer, credit card, debit card, payment apps like Paymaya, GCash, etc. Testimonials are oftentimes sought from satisfied customers, di ba? Pag online business, kailangan, ano ka naman, mag-comment ka naman, mag-feedback ka para makatulong, para dumami ang customers, okay? Some online businesses have been reported as scams due to numerous complaints on irregular and unfair practices. Ayan. So may mga nare-report. Ano ba yung mga common na ano? Sa pagkain, yan. Tapos yung iba naman, mga supplements, okay? Mga health products. Iba naman, gadgets, okay? Kung minsan naman yung mga short courses, no? Dami nag-enroll ng mga short courses, mga webinars, tutorial, coaching, and of course, fashion items, accessories, naku, yung mga fashionista dyan, yan. So, very, very sellable yan. Madalas yan nakikita natin sa mga online businesses. At saka mga Instagram sponsorships also. Then, yung mga nagmumukbang, di ba yan? And then, vlogs. Ako, I have my own vlogs, okay? So, I also go into this type of trend, no? And then, pag tinignan natin, yan po yung mga common na online businesses. Now, how do we analyze the industry? One technique to analyze the industry that we're in, no? Let's say you're talking about the hotel industry or the restaurant industry or perhaps the travel agency industry. So we can study this through what you call the forces of the market model by Dr. Michael Porter from Harvard University. So this is also called the Porter framework. Okay, so it talks about the five forces: the competitors, the new entrants, suppliers, the customers, and the substitutes. So this is just an introduction. I will teach you how to do this framework later on. Okay? So pag tinignan natin yung forces of the market, tinitignan natin, ito ba mga new entrants, are they strong or weak? Kasi if they're strong, eventually they will become competitors. If they're weak, they will be phased out eventually. Suppliers, is there a monopoly of suppliers? Okay? Iisa lang ba nagsusupply ng raw material na yan? Kasi kung nag-iisa lang siya, may power siya. Kasi pag nagtaas siya ng presyo, wala kayong magagawa kasi siya lang naman ang supplier. Okay, wala kang choice. Okay? Customers, how segmented is the market? Okay, we want to see what are the primary target markets, the secondary target markets, and the tertiary target markets. Are the products substitutable, or what you call the indirect competitors? Are there indirect competitors? You have to look at that. Okay? I'll discuss more of that when we go to the marketing plan. Next week, we'll talk about that. Okay? So, still on pre-organization tips, develop an excellent prototype, seek assistance of a reliable, competent consultant, avail of fiscal incentives from Bambi, Board of Investments, or the Investment Priorities Plan, PEZA, etc. Beware of fixers in government agencies. Report them. Do not avail of their services. Check out permits and accreditation in specific industries. Develop a realistic sales forecast. They should be linked to procurement. Ensure adequate working capital. Good for 6 months ang safe. Okay? It's not advisable to buy property for a business site. Maybe you can just rent. It's cheaper that way. You have to save your money. Okay? Supervise well construction and procurement. Kasi kung minsan dyan nag-overshoot ang budget. Okay? Develop sweetheart deals with landlords and suppliers. Hire the best fit employees. There must be an emphasis on attitude and values rather than competence. Competency can be learned, but the attitude and values, they're difficult to learn. They're innate nature of the person. Instill integrity in all your processes in the business. That is very important. Now, let's look at this case study. I had this student when I was still a dean in FEU. His name is Raymond. He was the president of the Tourism Management Society. So he's a tourism management graduate. He carved a 16-year career as a fashion and styling director. So he has his events management company. He currently owns this very successful events company. At the onset of the pandemic, he realized that much of his business would severely be affected, resulting in a decrease in the bookings and projects. There was even a time talagang walang bookings, okay? So instead of sulking and entertaining depression, he thought of trying out one of his passions, which is cooking family favorite dishes and selling them online. So nagluto-luto siya sa kusina, ni-renovate niya yung kusina nila, ready to do business, yan ang ginawa niya. His first product was his favorite, laing paired with crispy bagnet. And he advertised 2 sizes in social media. The small tub, yung maliit lang na container, which is 125 pesos only, napakamura. And the large tub, which is 250 pesos. Good for 2 persons. Aba, napakamura ng tinda niya. Okay, so he advertised for 2 days just among friends, neighbors, and relatives, and was able to get 50 orders. He earned cash sales of 9,375 just on those, posting, no? Pinost lang niya sa Facebook. And with a food cost of 28%, he made 6,750 profit on his debut venture. First time niya magbenta, kumita kagad siya ng 6,007, okay, sa isang araw. So, this is his first venture into online selling. He repeated the same cycle, offering only one dish. Isang dish lang ang kanyang ino-offer, wala nang iba. So, he repeated the same. So, for example, for this week, ang ibebenta ko lang, laing with crispy bagnet. Next week, ang ibebenta ko, creamy baked pesto chicken. Next week, beef caldereta. So, hindi siya nagluluto ng maraming putahe each day. Kasi nakakabuang yan, no? Mahirap yan. Tapos mag-isa lang siya. Ang mami niya ang nag-handle ng accounting and finance. Okay? Siya ang marketing and cooking. Okay? Aba, kumikita siya ng 70,000 pesos a week. That's not bad at all. So in a month, he earns 280,000. What do you think about his online business model? Is it good? Can you do something similar? Ayan. You see, sa kanyang business model, zero spoilage. Kasi isang putahe lang ang niluluto niya per day. So, saka hindi siya magluluto kung hindi nag-order. Kabawa, nag-order ng 100, there were 100 orders for the day. So, ang iluluto lang niya, good for 100 orders. Pagkakasyahin niya yon. Okay? So, walang spoilage, walang natatapon, walang leftovers. Okay? So, zero wastage is excellent. Okay? So, napakataas ng profitability, no? 72%. Strong social media following, high customer engagement kasi nire-recommenda siya to many friends of friends, high customer satisfaction, and repeat and referral business. So, when you talk about how to market your products, you start with the very basic, research target market. You have to research your target market. Sino bang bibili ng produkto ko? Okay? So, in the case of Raymond, ang tinarget lang talaga niya mga kaibigan niya. Ayaw niya magbenta sa hindi kaibigan kasi baka mamaya marami magko-complain, sakit ng ulo. Ayaw niya nun. He doesn't like stress. So, he was only selling among friends. So, as teacher niya ako dati, bumili ako sa kanya, I bought something like 3,000 worth of products. Yun ang aming lunch sa bahay. Kasi I had visitors. Okay? So, identify the market needs. Then you develop the product concept. Check out the competition. Is somebody offering something similar? Are they better than yours? Okay? Finalize the costing and pricing. Design the social media advertisement. Launch your promo ad campaign. You seek customer feedback. You engage the customers. Then you evaluate effectiveness of the campaign. You innovate your product line so hindi magsawa ang market. And finally, you manage the accounts. Especially kung nagpapautang ka. Kailangan makolekta mo yan. Okay? So those are the basic marketing steps in the process. So what are the tips? Spend time dedicated to marketing or have at least one person in charge of promoting your products and services. Always keep abreast of the latest developments in the market. What's happening? Okay? Nagbabago ba ang taste, ang behavior, ang purchasing power ng market? Be a keen observer of the evolving market and consumer behavior. Try to personalize responses when addressing concerns, inquiries, and complaints of customers. Harness the power of social media to promote products and services. Protect and take care of the brand at all times. Be consistent with your brand message in all your ads and campaigns. Decide if you want to aim for one niche, that means only one segment of the market, or multiple niches, or mass marketing, that means you want to target all the markets, okay? All types of markets tina-target mo. Choose to serve a market segment that is still unserved, profitable, sustainable, and growing. Okay, importante yon. Okay? Now, let's talk about HR. Here are some tips. Hire employees with integrity and do a rigid background check on all new hires. Develop a basic code of discipline for all employees. Orient and train the new hires. Organize a clear work schedule for all employees. Utilize interventions wisely. Mentoring, counseling, and coaching. Compensate employees in accordance with the law. Provide statutory benefits to employees. Pag sinabing statutory benefits, yung tinakda ng batas. Establish teamwork and camaraderie among your employees. Empower only the right employees, those you trust and who are capable. Obtain feedback and suggestions from employees regularly. Be careful with family members in the company. Some may feel privileged and may tend to abuse. Okay? Now, it's important to do efficient staffing kasi mamaya, understaff ka, kulang ka sa tao, ngarag. Or baka overstaff ka naman, magastos yun. Malaki ang payroll mo. In order to minimize excessive labor costs, it is important to hire only the right number of employees in your firm. Being understaffed will result in higher labor costs arising from overtime pay or hiring casual workers and potential increased absenteeism and lower productivity kasi nagkakasakit yung mga tao mo, sobrang pagod sila, understaffed ka kasi. Okay? The formula for efficient staffing is ES, okay, efficient staffing, days business operates multiplied by daily manning required divided by days employees work. For example, a small coffee shop operating from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Dalawang shift. So yung first shift, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. The second shift is from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And they require one barista who is also the dishwasher, multitasking. So maliit lang to na coffee shop. And one cashier. The cashier is also the housekeeper. Siya yung nagwawalis-walis, naglilinis, at siya rin ang supervisor. So dalawa lang tandem per shift. Isang barista, isang cashier. Okay? The employees hired are multi-skilled and are interchangeable in their roles. If each employee works 5 days a week and enjoys 2 days off, how many employees must the coffee shop hire assuming it is open 7 days a week? Okay, let's look at the formula again and apply it. Okay, so calculation, 7 days nag-ooperate multiplied by 4 days, 4 employees kasi 2 employees in the morning shift, 2 employees in the afternoon shift. So you need 4 employees per day divided by 5 because that's the number of days employees work. So 7 multiplied by 4 divided by 5, you will get 5.6 or 6 employees kasi wala namang kalahating empleyado, right? So 6 employees, you round it to the next. So you need 3 baristas and 3 cashiers. Bakit kailangan mo ng extra barista at extra cashier? Kasi pag nagde-day off, okay? So pag nag-day off ang isa, meron kang reliever, okay? So that's how you compute efficient staffing. That's the formula. Okay? Ginagamit yan ng mga hotels, ng mga restaurants, ng mga airlines, transport companies. Okay? That's a formula that we will use when we do our business plan to arrive at the correct plantilla. So, here are some operations and production tips. Okay? Remember, when you are offering a service, that's operations plan. But when you're producing a product, that's a production plan. Okay? Remember that. The difference between operations and production. Develop a comprehensive production or operations manual. The quality policy of the company must be clear and cascaded to all. Establish realistic production forecast considering capacity of physical plant, your store, your factory, your hotel, your restaurant, your kitchen, which must be communicated to all pertinent units. Workspaces must be clean, sanitized, orderly, safe, and conducive to work. Plant, office, or store layout must be carefully planned to promote efficiency in all processes. Practice economic order quantity. I'll teach you that later on when we go to the financial plan. And just-in-time technology to minimize cost, pilferage, and spoilage. Worker-related inefficiencies must be coordinated with the HR department to inject appropriate intervention. Impose a stringent quality control mechanism from procurement to packaging. Now, here's a case study entitled Ayuda from the Resto. Darwin owns a casual dining restaurant in Manila with 28 employees, 12 are kitchen personnel. During the pandemic, they closed for a month, that's mid-March to mid-April, but reopened accepting only online orders and takeouts. They gave all employees financial support as well as relief goods for their families, advancing their 13th month pay and continuously paid their salaries kahit na may lockdown. Food costs sharply rose from 34 to 88% during June, July, and August, kasagsagan ng pandemic. It was discovered that all kitchen personnel pilfered inventories. Nagnanakaw lahat sila. Meats, frozen goods, canned products, etc. on a daily basis as caught in the CCTV camera of the restaurant. Kitang-kita yung recording. With the connivance of the security guards on duty. So yung guard nag-i-inspect pero kasabwat din siya. Okay? This led to severe losses by the restaurant. So grabe yung ginawa. They ransacked the restaurant every day. The staff took advantage of the generosity of the owners, the laxity of the managers and security personnel. Now, what are the suggestions? Investigate the rampant pilferage and impose disciplinary action after due process. Develop and install stringent internal controls in the restaurant para hindi na maulit. Hire only trustworthy and competent managers and supervisors with strong leadership. Obviously, konsentidor at magnanakaw din ang mga na-hire niyang managers at supervisors. So here now is pop question number 6, the second to the last for this particular video lecture. If you were to put up your own business, I'm asking you, if you were to put up your own business, would you rather hire relatives and friends as employees or not? Explain your answer in 1 to 2 sentences only. Place your answer in the comment section below the YouTube video not later than Monday, April 11. So here are some finance tips, okay, for you. Oh, we stopped there. I'll continue with video lecture number 7. Bye!